The typical office chair you'd find at an archaeological dig. Rest now? Come on, you've only been roaming this inhospitable island for hours. If it's full of cash, I'll have a true moral dilemma on my hands, followed by undying remorse for the rest of my life. Chapman said it contained Simon's research on the amoeba. Maybe it's the same Professor Simon that Joshua kept mentioning. Okay, I'll flip through Simon's notes for a while to see what they're about. Darn, this is one huge assignment, and my days as a brilliant student are far behind me. Look, I don't have all day to examine 3-page formulas and 30-letter words, so let's just do something else. Chapman said it contained Simon's research on the amoeba. There are just bottles of paint and a box full of plastic bags. The bottles are of no interest to me, but I'll take a bag. They look strong. 4-ply is my guess. It's made of several ply plastic and zips, hermetically shut. They're full of packaging material, but at the bottom I can see something else. A socket cam. It records straight onto an 80-megabyte hard drive, has 18 megapixel image quality, 12 times optical zoom, and allows for montage and editing in the camera itself. A modern wonder. Let's take a look.
Tell me you already managed to open the amoeba. I didn't think you were that efficient, to tell you the truth. I'll run right down to see. What does that mean? That you don't want me to run down? Or that the amoeba's still closed? Damn, for a second there I thought you had finished. In that case, stop wasting time and get down to work.
That guy is a real thorn in my side. I'd better forget about entering that room. The last thing I need is Cordsmire around here. It looks pretty safe and sturdy. There's not much light in there. Let's climb. It has some sort of motor underneath, probably to raise it up. I'm not gonna get far. The machinery isn't turned on. It has some sort of motor underneath, probably to raise it up.
Where are you, Professor? Don't make me play hide and seek.
If he comes in, the jig is up for me. So... Better get back down. Darn. I'd have to find the key to the ignition to make it work. It contains that thick paste archaeologists use to restore artifacts. Let some other dude get it. Sure, I'll take it. Luckily, it's far cleaner than the doormat.
Where are you, Professor? Don't make me play hide and seek.
Not again. Let's see. This is a bit complicated, but since the socket cam is equipped for loop mode playback, I could record myself sitting at the computer for a while, make a loop containing that footage, and play it for hours by disconnecting the cable coming out of the surveillance camera and plugging it into the socket cam. The image Kordsmeyer would see is almost the same one he's getting now, so he'd never notice the difference. In the meantime, I could search for Gina as long as I want. But now that I think of it, there's one tiny problem. The socket cam could fall down while the surveillance camera is moving, and my plan would end up thrown for a loop. Hey, wait a minute. That roll of duct tape might be just what I need. I'll have to choose just the right moment so that Kordsmeyer doesn't notice anything. Here we go. I'll put the camera in place using the tape and start my performance. And now quickly to the computer. I think this 5-minute recording should do the trick. Now I just have to put it in loop mode so that the recording plays for hours, and then plug the surveillance camera wire into the socket cam. Done. If everything goes right, I'll be able to escape from this room without any flack from Kordsmeyer. Well, if Kordsmeyer stays quiet, that means my little trick worked. Kordsmeyer isn't saying anything, so I guess I passed the test. Hey, What is that? Could that be the amoeba Kordsmeyer's so uptight about opening? Must be something mighty special, because it's protected under a cube of glass like a museum piece. A ball with 3 holes in it. A bowling ball? I don't see what interest the Army could have in a primitive bowling alley, even if it's the archaeological find of the millennium. The cube seems solid, and though it looks like glass, it's hot. In some way, this all reminds me of a petrified mosquito in a piece of amber I used to carry around as a good luck charm. Well, if Kordsmeyer stays quiet, that means my little trick worked.
Hey, 18!
Wait, I hear some voices over there.
Why can't we choose our own numbers?
Impossible. That don't work, 13. Tarantula let us do that once for fun, and she ended up with 30 guys fighting to be number 1.
You got number 13 fair and square, and 13 you'll keep.
What about Mr. 11? Don't that sound cool?
Forget it. You can only use a number that isn't busy, and there's already a Mr. 11.
I can't stand the superstitious.
Wait, it ain't superstition, but... well...
Excuse me, my lady. We'll shut up now.
What a weird conversation. If it isn't a football team, then who were those guys? There's probably a crushed soldier against the door, but I'll give it a go.
13 elephants sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Oh.
Well, if it isn't O'Connor, great. That'll make things easier for me.
No, Caddy, the audition. Don't you remember that application form I sent in? And that's not all. I climbed a palm tree, too. Several times. Well, more than once, man. That's what several means, doesn't it? S-E-V-V-R-U-L. No. Several, which means 2 or more. No, that's not it, Caddy. The thing is, I like to read. If you followed my cue, you might get a tryout yourself.
Bonjour, Monsieur O'Connor.
Gotta go, man. Duty is calling. Call me later on Channel 5. Professor, you're gonna get me in big trouble. The Colonel has told me I'm absolutely not to let you out of here.
Tranquille. Right now, Monsieur Kordsmeier is seeing my hard work in the control room.
You got me on that one, sir. I don't even want an explanation. I've had quite a mixed-up day today, sir.
Pardon? Why have you called me Monsieur?
Shoot, sir. Sometimes I mix people up, sir. You'll get to know me better and see, sir. Hey, Professor.
It's the same. Call me Monsieur if you wish.
Whatever you order, Professor. Sir.
With who were you speaking on the walkie?
With Private Cadwallader, sir. He's an utter fool, but he's my best buddy, and I'm teaching him to add up numbers. It ain't easy for him, because his fingers are all twisty, and he can't stretch them out right.
What do you know about this place?
The same thing I know about almost everything, Professor, sir. A bit more than nothing.
Have you ever heard of CIA too?
No, sir. I had no idea they'd open branch offices. But I think it would be a grand workplace for a nice soldier/lumberjack who you and me both know.
So tell me about those ruins and the temple inside.
No soldier in the regiment is authorized to go in there, sir. I was only there the day we arrived, to throw out the archers and put up a big steel outpost.
Archers?
Yeah, but they'd left, sir. The ones who were there were those guys in white robes who were looking around for broken things in old places.
Archaeologists?
Dang, sir. I just sounded like a complete idiot.
Do you know what the A.M.E.B.A is?
No, sir, but I'm sure it's not that complicated. My grade school teacher always said, Zachariah O'Connor, you are simpler than an amoeba.
You haven't heard of the Operation Platypus Dream, have you?
Not a thing, sir. And I'll be a furry duck if I know what a platypus is used for.
If you don't know anything, I probably shouldn't ask.
My teacher used to say that too, sir. Dang, I messed up already.
What do you use that big head for, O'Connor?
Well, it makes the rest of me more attractive, wouldn't you say?
We speak after, O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir. I was supposed to deliver a message to you when you came out of the temple, but I forgot.
And why you not give it to me now?
Sir, you are devilishly sly. You seem to figure out everything, don't you?
For Professor Pierre Pignon. How did you get this?
The boys over at Highway Patrol warned me a while back. The waitress at the beach told him to give it to O'Connor and nobody but.
Merci, O'Connor. After, I return and we chat for a while.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Professor, sir.
Why alone?
We got orders to intercept you and take you to the Colonel if you exit the temple, sir.
But you have not done this.
Because where we're at, nobody can see us, sir. But if you walk just a ways from the temple and get into the guard's line of vision, you're in for a nice thrashing.
Très bien, O'Connor. Merci for the warning.
Sir, you're welcome, sir.
I think there's something inside. I'll just open it up. A ring. Wait, there's a letter too. Dear A.M.E.B.A, the strange object I'm sending you
belongs to the real Pignon. I noticed he refused to be separated from it for a single moment, so I assumed it was something important. He's asleep right now, but when he wakes up, he'll want to go toward the camp, so hurry up. Your friend always, Lokelani. P.S. Don't even ask how I got it off
of him. This girl's amazing. I'd give anything to know how she's keeping Pignon there.
Hello, my dear.
Ooh, I can only imagine. Though knowing Lokelani, she probably just started talking about her ex-boyfriends. And he fell asleep out of sheer boredom. Yeah, the triangle on the ring matches the one on the handle. Let's see. Man, what is this? What a neato briefcase. I'd have to be low on street smarts not to ransack this baby. A pair of sunglasses, a card that was just activated, a glove made of, I'm not sure, it's like glass, but it's soft at the same time. No doubt about it. That must be the highly valuable catalyzing glove Chapman told me about. And hold your horses, man. This has got to be a neuralizer. I saw one in a movie and they used it to change people's memories. I heard they actually existed, but they never sold any at the mall. Well, that seems to be everything. Like an ATM machine? Well, the size matches, and weirder things I have seen. Did I just see that? Or am I imagining things? Yep, the cube vanished. With the glove on, my fingers wouldn't fit in the holes. Just recklessly brandish the amoeba and see what God's plan for me is. All right. No, impossible. Either it's stuck to the ground or it weighs several metric tons. With the glove on, my fingers wouldn't fit in the holes. Hey, what happened? How could that be? The glass cube came back again. This island is outrageous. Monsieur O'Connor.
Gotta go, man. Duty is calling. Call me later on Channel 5. At your orders, Professor. Sir!
With who were you speaking on the walkie?
With Private Cadwallader, sir. He's an utter fool, but he's my best buddy, and I'm teaching him to add up numbers. It ain't easy for him, because his fingers are all twisty, and he can't stretch them out right.
You haven't shown anyone the envelope you gave me, right?
Sir, no, sir. The girl said to give it to you and you alone, and that's what I did.
What do you know about this place?
The same thing I know about almost everything, Professor, sir. A bit more than nothing.
Have you ever heard of CIA 2?
No, sir. I had no idea they'd open branch offices. But I think it would be a grand workplace for a nice soldier/lumberjack who you and me both know.
So tell me about those ruins and that temple inside.
No soldier in the regiment is authorized to go in there, sir. I was only there the day we arrived, to throw out the archers and put up a big steel outpost.
Archers?
Yeah, but they'd left, sir. The ones who were there were those guys in white robes who were looking around for broken things in old places.
Archaeologists?
Dang, sir. I just sounded like a complete idiot.
Do you know what the A.M.E.B.A is?
No, sir, but I'm sure it's not that complicated. My grade school teacher always said, "Zachariah O'Connor, you are simpler than an amoeba."
You haven't heard of the Operation Platypus Dream, have you?
Not a thing, sir. And I'll be a furry duck if I know what a platypus is used for.
If you don't know anything, I probably shouldn't ask.
My teacher used to say that too, sir. Dang, I messed up already.
What do you use that big head for, O'Connor?
Well, it makes the rest of me more attractive, wouldn't you say?
Tout bien, Monsieur O'Connor. I'll leave you alone.
Yes, Professor, sir. You know, I'd like to ask you something, if it isn't too much. How's the audition going, sir?
Of what are you speaking about?
Dang it, sir! The audition you're doing on me right now! If I pass, I swear I'll be a brave, hard-working soldier, just like I put on the application form for the intelligence service.
And me? What do I have to do with all this?
There's no need to pretend, sir. At first, I was a smidge confused. But then I realized you're not Pignon. You're the policeman disguised as a civilian who interrogated me at the beach. And when I saw your intelligence colleague with that envelope, I said, "Zachariah, that officer has come here to scout out your talent, so don't mess up the audition." You talking to me about the CIA was the humdinger, sir.
So, how is it that you, of all people, recognized me?
I can't figure it out either, sir. Do I get extra credit for that?
Man, this is unbelievable. I need to rest. See you around, O'Connor.
At your orders, sir.
He's a total wild card. I don't quite get that story he's cooked up in his head about the audition, but he could obviously blow my cover at any moment. Colonel Kordsmeyer, that agent disguised as Pignon said blah, blah, blah. I better do something about this, or it could be my
What was
neck.
it you said?
I think you wear these to keep the neuralizer's blast from blinding the person using it. Otherwise, they'd lose their vision too. And that is not the idea. Yeah, this contraption will erase O'Connor's memory, and I can make him believe I am the actual Pignon. Better put on the sunglasses to make sure the blast doesn't neuralize me, too. Soldier O'Connor, stare at this object, please.
Gotta go, man. Duty is calling. Call me later on Channel 5. Sir, yes, sir.
Listen carefully. This is not a test, and I am not an MP. My name is Professor Pierre Pignon, and any memory you have to the contrary will now vanish forever. Oh, and from now on, you'll read no more weapons manuals, just Barbara Cartland romance novels.
Whoa, sir, careful. Marble's falling at 6:30, sir.
Now, that was unexpected. Anyway, is it clear who I am or not?
Sir, yes, sir. But I'm not sure if I passed the test.
Oh man, it didn't work.
Dang it, sir. I thought I was up to muster.
Now what do I do with you, O'Connor? I'm all out of ideas.
Do what you will, sir. I shall accept my punishment with honor and valor, sir.
Wait a minute. Soldier, I'll give you one more chance to pass. Your task is to keep your mouth closed tight, and not to tell my true occupation to anyone, not even Kordsmeyer himself.
Sir, thank you, sir. On my honor as a Marine, I will not let you down.
Just my luck. For once I get to use a neuralizer and it turns out to be a worthless model. I guess these marbles are what make the neuralizer work.
So what?
Good lord.
Damn, that lame cube again. Let's see if the same thing happens again. Hey, I knew that once I figured out that trick, life would be simpler. Doesn't seem too logical, but 3 holes, 3 marbles? What the heck? What? Holy mackerel! Amazing! It's just floating there in midair. Within the range of outrageousness here, this seems like the most logical thing to do. Plus, I'd say the lines on the glove match up nicely with the grooves on the ball. What the heck? It's as if 2 things had formed. I don't know how to describe them. This sounds crazy, but they look like twin black holes. Let's see. Man. If I stick my arm through one hole, it shows up 3 feet away in the other. Either I've been drugged or this is candid camera. Anything's possible. Whatever this is, it almost scared the catalyzing glove right off my hand. And it looks so fragile it probably would have shattered to pieces. That makes no sense. Come on, I mean, I don't see what's so scary about some little arm-breaking spots. How weird. It's as if there were a force field in front. Maybe this point can only be used to leave and not enter. It says it belongs to the Contactors International Agency, whatever that is. Chapman said it contained Simon's research on the A.M.E.B.A. Pass. Move on to the next player. Though on second thought, the notes may give me hints on improving the performance of that floating space warp ball over there. Each of these docks is longer than the Baroque trilogy. Guess I'll have to tap into my speed reading skills. That took a while, but I've got it. I just whipped up a little schematic chart here. And if I've grasped the concept, I've been going down the right path up to now. The marbles, the glove, the appearance of the black holes, vortices, according to Simon. But what I have yet to do is even more unbelievable. When the points appear, I have to concentrate on a specific location in space so that point B will travel to it. Then you're supposed to enter point A, and you appear wherever you sent point B. Sounds like your average beam me up gizmo, as seen on millions of sci-fi shows. I'd have to be berserk to try it, but the way my day's going, I feel like I fit the description. According to Simon's notes, I should concentrate on some point in space to make point B travel there. Now, what place should I think about? Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to check whether the motorboat is still there, and make sure Joshua isn't up to any shenanigans. Well, at least not up to anything that's highly damaging. Neato! I can feel something. I think it's working. Hey, point B disappeared. Well, I'll cross my fingers and hope I don't get beamed into a sewer.
Come on! Hurry up and finish! Isn't it my turn yet? Ooh, that must hurt. Hello? What's happening?
Joshua!
Why, someone is attempting to communicate with me via telepathic waves. I can sense you wherever you are, oh unknown being.
I'm over here. Look back for a second.
No, I'd lose my concentration, and then the telepathic connection would go on the fritz. From what planet, nebula, or cosmic dust bunny do you speak to me, oh being?
Oh no, here we go again. It's me, Brian.
Brian? Since when are you into telepathizing?
Actually, I don't know. And if you look back...
I thought I noticed something in you. You're not bad for a novice, but your signal is weak. There's a lot of static, as if someone were wringing your neck.
Whatever you say, but please, do me a favor and don't move, because I'll be back for you at any moment, and we'll zoom out of here on the motorboat. Oh, and one more thing. If we're communicating by telepathy, why are you talking out loud?
So you realize that? It's a level 15 telepathic technique, really. But don't worry, forget about it. I teach you, but I don't think you'd even understand level 2.
Do you know what an amoeba is?
Hey, that's what the Trantorians used to pull me out of the ship on the slide. Alpha told me that's the name the Earthling contactors used to call the Trantorian jalopy that drives around space. The initials come from anticellular matter E-nuclear bilocator apparatus. Though I don't really get the apparatus part. It's more like being beamed up, but cool and without getting mosquitoes in your teeth. The bad thing is you can only go to places where there's Trantonite, an ultra-powerful material found only in energy stones and Trantorian belts. The trick lies in putting all your body cells in a single file line so that they can jettison through space really fast. And then they get put back in order, right where they were. Boggles the mind, huh? Anyway, its inventor, a shifty but intelligent little alien, based his ideas on enucleation theory and the anticellular Petocius, the monogloth of which, on the shimmy scale, is...
Amazing, but true. If I'm not wigging, I think I've got the ideal escape plan for when I find Gina. God, I couldn't take one more second of Joshua's nonsense, but I doubt he'll take my sudden departure the wrong way. He'll just think the telepathic network blew a fuse. It's obviously impossible, which is why Simon referred to it as the destination point. Simon also called it the destination point and mobile cell. It worked before. I hope I can do it again. Joshua, what's going on here?
Brian, I can't telepathize at this exact moment. I'm operating on a boy.
Boy? Little demon is a lemur.
A lemur? I knew such a smart guy could never be human. Well, it turns out the paddle slipped out of the other guy's hands, flew off, and got stuck in this poor thing's teeth. It was a tragic scene, but luckily, I was on hand. This kid brought me a couple of packages filled with molar repair gadgets, so here I am trying to remove the paddle.
Oh, you're familiar with dentistry?
Not a thing. But we geniuses take advantage of our inquiring minds. Listen, you go out in the neighborhood and play, and let us pros get down to work.
He needs to be banned from entering any wildlife preserves. Let's hope Joshua's completed that advanced paddle removal on Little Demon.
And it may sound sound gross, but it saved my life when the toilet was busy because I placed my derriere through the amoeba and into the next toilet over. Unless...
Joshua,
Jeez, don't rush me! I'm finishing already! So anyway, Alpha says that...
wait, just answer one question.
Okay! What a pain in the neck!
How did Little Demon's operation go?
Joshua never messes up, Brian. The paddle removal was a major success. Actually, I hardly even used the molar repair instruments. But I implemented the 5-stage botch-up technique and pulled in his silver cord before it snapped.
What exactly does the 5-stitch botch-up technique consist of?
The 5-stage botch-up technique is an old Trantorian move. You grab a gadget, nudge it into a strategic location with all 5 fingers, and after taking 5 steps away, zoink, the gadget explodes like a bomb. You should have seen it. I made that paddle blow to the 4 winds. Or was it 5?
Did you lend me the dental instruments you used on Little Demon?
I would, but you know how weak my telepathy is when I try to work with material objects.
I could never do it, but you're a genius. I bet if you concentrate hard enough and throw the instrument straight up, you'll break the time-space continuum barrier and I'll catch him.
I see you're getting to know me. Well, I'll try to make you happy. Which do you want? The probes or the removers?
Probes?
Okay, catch. Here they come.
Shoot the glove! Chapman even warned me. I find an amazing way out of this camp and my invention gets messed up before I can even use it. At least I got my hands on these dental torture tools, which I plan to take full advantage of. Without a glove, there's no way to open the A.M.E.B.A. So I'm basically shafted. Well, the truth is the points are still there, and they won't disappear till I leave this room. I could escape this minute. But I can't leave without Gina. Forget it. Maybe I can find some other way out. There's nothing more terrifying than to see these in the hands of a dentist. Unless you've seen them in Joshua's hands, that is. That makes no sense. I don't see the reason for doing that. That idea is not good. The machinery's turned off, and I see no sign of a key. It has some sort of motor underneath, probably to raise it up. I don't see the reason for doing that. It's operated using the controls to the right. It has some sort of motor underneath, probably to raise it up. It's operated using... It's operated using... I'd have to find the key to the ignition to make it work. Why not? Since I have no key, I can see how my lock-picking skills are coming along. Bingo! It looks like it's not going up any further. Doesn't seem too hard considering the increase in my skill set throughout this adventure. Huh. Seems like the archaeologist's budget ran out for lighting in here. Or maybe they just installed the motorized platform right before the soldiers got here, and they didn't even have time to take a trip up here. Hey look, it's Humpty Dumpty, the talking egg from Alice in Wonderland. Oh no, it's just another boring old skeleton crushed by a rock. The way he looks with all that dust, he must have gotten here 50 years ago. A hat? A whip? Well, one thing's obvious. The poor stiff was not a very good archaeologist. I don't think I'll ever wear it, but why not? Ah! Holy tarantula as big as a cow! Lucky it didn't move. This bag is so strong, I'd be surprised if the tarantula could gnaw its way out. I still hesitate to put it in my pocket, though. I don't think that's a good... He was lucky. His friend on the left was turned into bone meal. Better not, though it wouldn't be the first bone I robbed. No, I didn't have to fight a dog to get it. It was outside of a mine next to some Hopi ruins, near where my friend Sushi lives. Couldn't I look at something more pleasant? I can't wait for one of those huge rolling balls to appear and smash me up against my hat-wearing friend. I'll have to take it slow. It's pitch black in here. There seems to be a little light over there. Well, only an optimist would be excited about this much light, so I guess I'll pretend I am one.
Tarantula!
I hear voices.
Did you come for John Doe's clothing?
No, I'll send someone later to take it to the lab. Right now, the scientists are too busy with the Trantonites he brought us. Have those dumb items he ordered been delivered?
A while ago. As soon as they were taken to him, he put on the soccer uniform, drank 2 cans of onion soup, and lay down to watch a TV movie. It was quite a disgusting scene. What about Pignon?
I didn't want him to see me. He thinks I'm watching him like a hawk through the surveillance camera. It's better this way. I need results, and I don't want him losing focus for a second.
Something doesn't add up, Nathan. If what you want is NG0, why didn't you make Doe bring it, instead of those rocks?
Trantonites, doll. I wanted our contact to be someone else. But Doe is really just the chef, and it would have created suspicion if he droned around the NG0. That's why I thought of the Trantonites. Simon said they weren't controlled by any security systems. Some poppycock about how Trantor, its inhabitants, and Trantonite are all the same being. Their existence therefore depends on those rock things, which none of them would even think of damaging.
Except for Doe, right?
These 40 years in the service have taught me the world's full of embittered sourpusses, and it ain't hard to turn them into traitors. Finding Doe was just a matter of time, just like now. As soon as Pignon activates the A.M.E.B.A, we'll go in through the NG0. Without their Trantonite, they'll be so weak we can mow them down. And then...
Then what? You'll do as with Doe. You'd betray your own people and act behind the president's back.
Negative. I'll protect him from himself. I'll clean things up and get rid of the sissies who are using him. Wimpy hamburger-devouring civilians who don't have the balls to grab a machete and cut the bull's head off. What the heck? This country was founded by generals, by soldiers.
Calm down, little soldier. I'm with you. As long as you keep paying me what we agreed, that is.
Tarantula, I've got some news. We think that spy is around here, in the camp. The signal ain't clear, but we're trying to zero in on him.
Damn that two-bit civilian.
Mobilize everyone. Let no one sleep until we catch him.
Ha! He's walked into the wolf's den. No doubt about it. He's in cahoots with that parachute girl.
Gina!
So don't repeat the same mistake as this morning.
She jumped out over the lake. She had to be eliminated.
She should have been captured and interrogated.
Well, you can just forget about her. The underwater camera recorded footage of the girl sinking to the lake bottom. She's not talking to anyone anymore.
No, it can't be. Gina can't be dead. No way. My experience tells me she isn't so easy to get rid of. She got shot by some mafia thugs and managed to escape, and I myself ran over her with my car on accident. And once again she escaped the grips of death. She even fell into a really deep well, and she hardly scraped her leg. And now, well, maybe I'm wishing on a star here, but Joshua says that the alien spacecraft is at the bottom of the lake, and considering the way things stand, maybe what he said is true. It seems nuts, but I think my only way out is to help him find Professor Simon. Gina doesn't deserve for me to give up. I'll have to act carefully, however. If I heard things right, they think I'm a spy and they're hot on my trail.
And don't mess up again, doll.
Don't be afraid of him, my little pretties. The day I grow tired of him, you'll see. Oh, you're all so lovely. Angelina, Augustina, Andrina, Agrippina, Alexandrina, Alphonsina, and Adelina. You, where is Adelina?
I don't know anyone named Adelina.
Amateurs. I stop for 1 second to speak with a colonel and you lose a 20-inch long tarantula. Poor Adelina.
It was 13's fault.
Hey, I didn't do nothing wrong. 18 did it.
Fire, it was 17.
It was...
You, for instance.
She almost sucked him dry. She hardly even scratched the dude.
I could see it coming. I told you those finely manicured nails contain a paralyzing venom underneath.
One, do you copy? Forget about that food for my pretties. I just came across 180 pounds of feed, but it's too fresh for their weak stomachs. You know what to do.
Hey, I thought spiders ate insects.
Normally they do, but these have been raised on decomposed flesh. The worse it smells, the better.
Silence. or you will be accompanying 17.
That's the girl I almost ran into the first time I came into the camp. Who'd have guessed she's a grade A psychopath? I better hurry up and escape through the A.M.E.B.A, or I may not live to tell this whole story. This must be the Tiki Temple everyone keeps mentioning, though. What I don't get is what the heck that huge metal arena is for. With that circular structure and the size, it almost looks like a coliseum. And it's surrounded by men in black like the ones from before. So something important must be hidden inside. Probably that John Doe. I wonder who that guy is. This is all so weird.
You'll love 17.
It looks like it has clothes in it. A uniform, perhaps? Not very discreet, by the way. This may just be a coincidence, but the palms of those gloves remind me of the palms of those catalyzing gloves I wrecked. It's filled with Tarantula's cute little pets.
Calm down. You're being prepared a cephalothorax looking good delicacy.
Okay, Mr. 13 will be my official...
From what I've heard, she's a salary-earning mercenary helping Kordsmeyer with some dirty business.
Moron. We must never reveal our true names.
You're famished,
No, they might catch me.
aren't you?
None of them really look like soldiers.
You're famished, aren't you?
It is smashingly round. This bag is so strong, I'd be surprised if the tarantula could gnaw its way out. Well, if I do this right, it won't even come in contact with my fingers. Let's hope she's still asleep. Got her. Those holes I made with the probe should keep Adelina from suffocating. No, the hair on tarantula is an irritant. And they say it itches like the devil. Let's hope the old rule that everything that goes up must come down works as always. There are just bottles of paint and a box full of plastic bags. Look, Ilani sent it to me along with Pignon's ring. There's nothing but packaging material left. I don't see what good it would do me. It must be a good one, because he kept a firm grip on it. It's actually in quite good shape. Hope it's luckier to me than it was to him. You work your fingers to the bone, and what do you get? Bony fingers. Not very muscular, are they? The strap is caught under that big ball. I don't know if I could get it out of there. But it's such an antique, it's probably useless anyway. What I will do is search inside to find something special. A bottle full of dust. Let's read the pretty label. Stenchazole, because everybody hates snakes. Sounds like a home consumer club special. Let's read on. Genuine miraculous stenchazole with a formula based on the age-old recipe created by legendary Dr. Jimmy Snakeslayer Canyon. The enhanced formula contains 13% more anhydrous sulfur and sulfuric acid, potent noxious odor stabilizers. Therefore, the pestilence from just one bottle of genuine stenchazole keeps your home free of reptile invaders for weeks on end. Purchase now to obtain the vermin repellent recommended by the Royal Agglomeration of Adventure Seekers and the Kensingtonshire Homemakers Union. Not available in shops. Warning: once open, do not breathe at a distance of under 100 feet. Extremely malodorous vapors may cause irreversible damage to some users' olfactory glands.
Have you finished, number one?
Yes, Tarantula. I'll take the bits and pieces up to the roof. With all this sun, they should be ready in just a few days.
Remember, it has to smell truly vile in order for my pretties to devour it like gluttons. They're just particular that way. And remember, once you find that spy, get everyone looking for Adelina.
Yes, ma'am. Tarantula.
Did you hear that, my pretties? You'll soon get a waft of that pungent odor that drives you mad. And then you'll have a true feast. You'll just have to be patient a little bit longer.
13. Hey, weren't the apostles...
Yeah, that one on the right will help me get some leverage to twist off the lid. I'm actually quite curious as to whether it really stinks that badly. Oh man, disgusting. For once, an advertising slogan that doesn't lie. This could raise the dead. If I hadn't closed the lid right away, it would have knocked me out. I will not be doing that again, mister.
There were only 12. Now keep quiet.
That won't do any good. Of course, the spider will run out, Tarantula will follow it, and I can go grab the glove. Wait, what am I saying? How could I be sure the spider won't make a beeline for the terrarium? Darn, I'd better forget it. That won't do any good. I don't think that's a good plan.
Any
Great way to get
news
myself
about
caught,
the
no
spy?
doubt. That won't do any good.
I'll see you later, Watson.
This is no time for target practice. Great way to get myself caught, no doubt. That doesn't sound like a bright idea to me.
You're famished.
That idea
aren't you?
is not good. Great way to get myself caught, no doubt.
Don't worry about Adelina. She'll show up sooner or later.
How about Sir 12.999? That's almost 13.
It is.
Hey, I'm sticking with number 13. Screw superstitions.
Cool. But it's funny. Did you know you're the 13th guy?
Sure, let's take a peek.
And, what happened to the other 12, if I may ask?
Ugh, nice stairwell. Wonder where it leads. There's a couple guys up there.
What about 88? Oh, it sounds so forceful and...
Who goes there?
Bonjour, messieurs. It is moi, the professor.
I can't stand professors.
Exactly. Whoever you are, where do you think you're going?
I was just stretching a bit the legs on the...
Listen up. You go up one more step and you won't have any legs.
D'accord. I will be leaving.
Hey, we really spooked him, huh?
Yes. You saw what happened to 17.
Damn soldiers. That black uniform strikes me as odd, too. It doesn't look anything like the ones I've seen before. I don't know. Maybe they aren't soldiers, but they're sure watching that entrance like hawks. So there must be something interesting inside.
Oh, God. I have to ask Tarantula to switch it for me.
Typical. That's what the other...
Great idea. If I put the bottle in the right spot, I can get that aromatic rotten beef smell to drift over to the Tiki Temple.
Okay, forget I said anything.
I won't be able to get beyond this point without being caught. Okay, I'll open the bottle and hide it inside this crack.
Imagine this. 13, the Tiki Justice Maker.
Absurd. You're not saving your country, you're just a mercenary paid by a murderess.
Perfect. Nobody saw me.
Hey, what's that stench? Ugh, it's revolting.
Yeah. If you even hint it was me, I'll pound you on the head.
Hilarious. The smell made it all the way to the temple. It's working. I might have to... It's...
Hey, you sure 77 wouldn't look better on me?
Negative. It'll never pass.
I don't know.
No, dearies, that's...
Sure, that plan should work, and Adelina will run in the right direction. Even I can smell where that icky stench is all is emanating from. Let's just cross our fingers and hope everything works out. Come on, Adelina. Use that keen sense of smell and head for that aromatic delight.
Hey, a spider!
Adelina! Stop her!
Yikes! She crawled into that hole.
Move out of my way, you amateurs!
Now's the time. I better hurry if I don't want those goons to catch me down there.
Adelina, my lovely...
The right glove is the one I want. Good. Now, wait, I heard something. It's Quartzmeyer.
Tarantula, is Pignon here?
No, what's got your gun all cocked, soldier boy? You're not jealous of a scientist.
Pipe down. It was that damn spy disguised as Pignon. He messed up the security camera and escaped.
What spy?
I thought his face looked familiar.
Of course, now it makes sense. A while back, my men told me that the spy was here inside the ruins according to the signal. I couldn't imagine such a system breach, so I told him to fix the locator system.
So, if he's not in here, he must be in the other room. Come on, doll. Let's go swat him.
Damn, they caught me.
Hey, wait! My twins! Action! Finally, I get a piece of the action!
Talk about bad luck. Right when I get the glove to escape, they find me out. If only I knew what that locator was made of, and how they managed to find me. Anyway, I have to get my neck out of here before it's rung. Yeah, not a bad idea. Maybe I can overhear the info I need to escape. I've gotta hurry and keep those men in black from seeing me. I think that wheel-like thing next to the antenna is used to change the channel. Unless it's a walkie canteen, which I've also seen on the market.
My men have combed the room, and he's nowhere to be found. He must be hiding.
Then we'll stand guard until he comes to the surface. Did you hear me, you infiltrator? You're surrounded.
Darn, it'll be impossible for me to get to the amoeba like this.
Hey,
they'll
who are we
probably
looking
spot
for
me if
again?
I lower the platform, and I'm certainly not going to be able to get down using it without being seen. Better not move till I come up with a bright idea. That might be good. If I use it a la Indiana Jones, I could swing to that outcropping on the wall and make my way down to the amoeba room. Though it would be in cadaver form, since they're sure to see me jumping. Hey, wait. If I remember right, O'Connor said he would be on Channel 5. If I call him on the walkie-talkie and get him confused enough, maybe he could do the distracting. It's a little convoluted, but it can't hurt to try. O'Connor, do you copy?
Gosh, Caddy, you are one royal pain.
Soldier O'Connor, it's me, Colonel Basco, your intelligence service examiner.
Oh, sorry, sir. I thought you were a moron.
Whatever. I just wanted to say you passed all of the test stages satisfactorily. Except the most important one.
Oh, man, I meant this moron friend of mine, sir.
Just listen. You are to enter into the ruins screaming. My colonel, Professor Pignon, has run off toward the lake.
I'll hop to it, my colonel.
Run, soldier, run!
Where in tarnation's he gone?
Calm down, Nathan. He'll turn up sooner or later.
Pignon has run to the lake, my colonel.
Follow me.
Down we go.
Wait, I heard something.
Come on, come on, come on! Run, Joshua!
Hey, what's the big rush?
Joshua! Hold on tight! So where does Simon live?
Alaska!
Alaska?
They're getting away, my lady. I'm real sorry.
You won't be for long.
Brian, if anyone else were telling me this, I'd never believe it.
Me neither, Sushi. The whole part about the amoeba is astounding.
No, I was talking about Joshua. How could he be such a klutz?
Sometime I'll tell you about the mess he made in our room.
In your room?
Yeah, when we left Mala, we passed by the hut I'd rented with Gina. I didn't have a cent on me since the plane crash, and I needed to pick up some money and clothes for the trip to Alaska.
By plane again, I suppose?
Only as far as Anchorage. Then we hopped on a train to Fairbanks, and after that a bus to Sicily, where this nice man offered to take us as close to our final destination as he could on his snowplow.
And you finally met Professor Simon.
We still had to walk a ways through a snowy no man's land, but that wasn't our final challenge. Even worse was that Joshua was starving. His voracious appetite almost put an end to our little adventure. We were looking at the doors of Simon's house when... We're almost there. Professor Simon will give us something to eat. Thank goodness we made it. The sun's going down.
These berries look delicious.
Who is it?
Hello, my name's Brian Basco. I need to speak with Professor Simon.
The man who knows does not speak.
What? Excuse me, are you James Simon? Please, listen. I have a very important message for you.
Not interested.
Hey! I think I forgot to mention, you have to say a password before I let you in.
A password? Of course you didn't say anything. Let's see. What could that darn password be? And quit eating those berries. They could be poisonous. Hey, leave that alone. Tell me the password once and for all.
You see, Professor Simon will say who knows what about the man who knows. And you have to answer him. Yes, you must tell him. Oh dear, I'm feeling dizzy.
I knew those berries would make you feel sick. Come on, just make a bit of an effort to remember the password and you'll be able to recover inside the professor's house.
I believe it was something like... Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't remember.
It's all right, calm down. When we were coming up here, I saw a shelter by a lake. We'll go up there, and I'm sure you'll remember that password after a bit of rest. Come on, I'll help you. Joshua, the fire is already lit. You rest and try to get over this as fast as possible. You've got to remember that darn password. Maybe you should try to do something about this. Who knows how long it'll take Joshua to recover. If I insist, maybe Professor Simon will let me into his house. By the way, when we were walking down to the shelter, we saw a pretty strange guy. He was wearing this humongous fur coat and taking pictures or something.